It's so weird because like I was just thinking, let's document the whole thing, so that at least I can act strong and be an inspiration. And it's so cringe, like crying to the camera. But I feel sad. But it's okay. I'm alive. Hi guys, as the title says, I have cancer. I was diagnosed with testicular cancer on 27 April 2022, just a week after I moved out of my parents' place. Basically, that week was the scariest roller coaster ride of my life. At one moment, I was feeling like an adult, ready to slay the year, freedom, right? Especially after the years that we have been stuck at home during COVID. And the next moment, my world just came crashing down. But let me start from the beginning. So I always had this thinking that I was pretty healthy despite my unhealthy ways, the drinking and the partying and stuff like that. And I thought that I could just will any sickness away, very much like mind over matter. And like every other young person, I thought that I was invincible, nothing could make me sick. I also like to think that I'm always prepared, and actually I was. I had every insurance plan to cover my life, and COVID just fucked me over. I mean, it was tough on everybody, yes, but it brought so much unforeseen challenges that forced me to reevaluate my priorities. And I guess many of the plans that I crafted for myself, I had to abandon simply because I couldn't afford them. And in my mind, I was thinking, I'm healthy, I'm invincible, I'm young, so my health can wait, and I just settle everybody else's first. Fast forward 2 years, I was finally financially stable and I could finally focus on myself. So I started to apply for plans like my critical illness and some of the investment stuff that I lost during the past few years. During the application, I had to go through this very thorough checkup, and this is when they highlighted something. They found out that my AFP tumor markers were slightly elevated. For the most part, most people would have a range of 0 to 8. I had 12, which is still pretty normal because pregnant people do experience elevated levels of this. But the last time I checked, I wasn't pregnant. Unless you count the 4 McSpicy that I ate during lunch. But nothing too serious. So since it wasn't that alarming, they basically asked me to just take some time to live a healthier lifestyle, stop drinking, and start exercising more, and basically come back again in the next few months, hoping that it would go down. So the next few months, I got really busy because I was promoted. Yay, more money. And basically, the whole aspect of my life, like the health part, just took a back seat because I was focusing a lot on my career. Looking back, there were so many signs that were screaming at me, but sometimes we just don't take notice until it's too late. I think number one, that got me mind blown was, they say that some dogs can detect cancer. And I always believed that, Xiao Small was very sixth sensey. For all her life, she has always slept under my armpit because I sleep like that and I don't really move. But for the period of time when the cancer was brewing in my body, she slept between my legs, and sometimes she would nudge them and she would bark at my groin, which is really funny. And I'm like, girl, you need to control yourself. It's so weird, right? Number two, I was actually having adult relations, and she told me that she felt something and I should get it checked. Obviously, in the heat of the moment, I didn't hear that, and I just didn't bother. Lastly, it wasn't really subtle anymore because it was the last week leading up to the diagnosis, and basically my ball size doubled, which is a good thing. They always say when you're drinking, bota bolampa, ta liao superstar, right? I literally had more lampa. But anything that doubles in size in your body, no matter where it is always not a good thing. Separately, I didn't think much of it because I thought it was just one-off situations. But looking back, it's giving me like major cancer vibes, and especially for point number two when someone said that I had to get it checked. I think this is an important PSA to guys out there. Please go and check in the shower. if there's any abnormalities in your body, especially your testicles, your manhood, your voice, because you can easily spot these and go to the doctor straight away. Anyway, being finally conscious of it, I spoke to friends in the medical field to just get their advice and also to get some confirmation on my self-diagnosis. I also seek an advice from my FA friend who was trying to reinstate my CI plan from a few months ago, because if I really did have cancer, I would basically hit the jackpot. Obviously, you don't want to have cancer, but at the very least, since I already had, I would have that lump sum. But nope, because of the fact that they found these elevated things prior, I couldn't get any money from it. So I got no money from this, which is why it is very important to protect yourself. But then again, I was still very fortunate because I still had my Singlife hospital plan that I was paying through Gyro since NS. So I just want to shout out to Singlife, even though this is not a sponsor video, for making it affordable. And I don't know if Gyro is a company, but dude, that service saved my life. Because if it wasn't through Gyro and it was me, doing the manual payments, I think it would have lapsed. I wouldn't have had a hospital plan, and I would have to cough up the medical bills for the surgery, the hospital stuff, and my chemo. Ultimately, I decided that it couldn't wait. So I went to the A&E, balls in hand, telling the doctor, "Yo doc, I have cancer." And he was quite surprised because he was like, "Oi, you don't just say this right off the bat in an A&E kind of thing, right?" But I was like, "Dude, look at it. It's huge." And I definitely know it's cancer because there were so many things that has happened and that just points to cancer lah. And he was like touching it and stuff like that. And he basically said, "Yes, we cannot confirm right now, but it looks dangerous. It might explode." I don't know. He didn't say explode lah. I'm just exaggerating. But anyway, it's funny because I was acting all calm during this period, but I was scared AF. I guess it was definitely my way of coping, and trying to downplay it made it seem like it wasn't real, right? So if I treat it like a joke, it would be. At one point, I was actually thinking, should I even tell my parents or my loved ones and my friends and all that? Maybe I can handle it on my own. Like, how hard can cancer be? I mean, I was wrong lah. I'm glad that I did tell my loved ones because they were a great support system for me during that period. Even now, actually. But I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, because how did I even think that I could handle cancer alone? Anyway, I took some time to tell my parents and my loved ones. Actually, I did call my mom first. Basically, I didn't know how to drop this kind of a bomb to anyone. So I tried to make it as casual as possible. Actually, this is how it went with my mom. I was like very concerned for her because I mean, she's on the older I don't want to say old because my mom scold me, but she's on the older side of age, right? And I didn't want her to panic or anything, and I didn't want her to be like alone during this period. So I called her and I was like, "Hey ma, are you at home? You're not alone, right? Okay, I just wanted to see how you're doing. And by the way, I have cancer. I will be going for an operation tomorrow, and I'll see you on Sunday on my birthday. Okay, bye bye." Obviously, my mom was emotional, but as much as I was trying to, suppress the emotions, the fact that she was like asking for more information about it and asking if she could come to, support me, got me emotional as well. Also, oh my god, I'm also getting emotional right now. But I really didn't need that worry, or at least that energy, because it just made everything more real, right? Which sucks. So the next day, I went to the operating room after everything, all the tests was confirmed, And I was even joking with my doctors. They were actually saying that I'm handling it like super well. Um, it was just my coping mechanism that I was just laughing at the matter and just trying to make light of the situation, because I was being pushed to the operating table with the thingy, right? And then I even asked like, can I film this? Because I want to know how it looks like and what it looks like, and if I ever, make a video like this, I'll be able to explain it, right? And then they were like, no, that is not allowed. Then I was like, then can I watch? I don't know what was going on in my brain, but I guess it's the content creator in me just trying to like, come on, get some footage, get B-rolls. I was definitely not allowed to do that. They covered my face. I also had to go under general anesthesia. And the next thing I knew, I went to sleep and then I woke up. After what felt like 10 minutes, which was actually a few hours of surgery, I was being pushed back to my hospital ward, and obviously I was happy because drugs. But when the drugs wore off, I started crying. And I guess all the emotions that I was bottling up, like the anxiety, the depressiveness, the loneliness, just came rushing out. And all I was thinking was how stupid I was for not seeing the signs early enough. How stupid I was for thinking I was invincible, and now I have to think about the financial burden that it would have on me and my family, because I have to change my life a little bit. I already have body dysmorphia. I don't like how I look. I don't like what I am and what I see. And with this surgery, it just took it to a whole new level, because now I am incomplete. I'm not even like, when I look at my body, it's not even like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's more like, now you don't have this, you don't have that. And it just struck me so hard because I don't know, I felt like I wasn't even a man anymore, or at least I was not man enough. Which obviously is stupid, because being a man is not about your testicles. But that's just something that dawned on me during that time. Um, I think the biggest thing that I was struggling with was the fact that I might not be a dad anymore. Um, Even before the chemo, my boys was already struggling. And after the chemo, it will definitely not be as good as before. So that's that. I don't know if I can be a dad again. I can be a daddy, but I don't think I can be a dad. The cherry on top was the fact that I was gonna be celebrating my birthday in the hospital. So happy 31st birthday. I was in the hospital with one ball. Anyway, I think this is a video that no one asked for. But I just wanted to update you guys on what happened with me last year and this year. Definitely there were people who helped make it easier, at least the people online. I saw some comments about you guys being worried about me, and you guys just want to give me some time, and eventually I'll be explaining what happened. Some of y'all bitches, y'all make fun of my hair. But I guess that's also not your fault, because I wasn't really open about it yet. Another reason why I'm doing this video is because even though I had the full support of my family, my friends, my coworkers, my loved ones throughout my whole journey, I just felt really alone. And I think people don't talk about sickness enough on social media. I mean, there are videos about cancer, online that I would watch, but it felt very clinical, felt very technical. I didn't feel like I could relate, and I was looking for that one person to just cling on that person. And I guess this is just me doing that and hoping that if you are suffering from anything, be it cancer, be it mental health, be it whatever it is, know that I have been through that. And if you guys want to talk to me about it as well, I am very open to talk about it. I can share my experiences as well. Aside from this video, I am going to be trying to raise awareness for cancer and just getting yourself checked out as much as possible. I actually did film myself during chemo. I think that was the only thing that was just like holding everything together. The fact that, I was still doing something that I love, taking videos, even though it was a very morbid video. As of today, I still have to go for regular appointments. All the blood tests and whatnot, which is like more needles. I should be immune to needles already because I was on chemo like almost every day, but I still scared, yeah. But perhaps soon I can go into remission already and finally start my life. So wish me luck. I don't know how to end this video, so I'm just gonna end it here. Goodbye.